Warning, this show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello wrestling fans, and welcome to this special breaking news edition of the Suplah. I am Andy Kwan, and with me at this time is Liam Dunn.
Obviously, you can tell by the title of what we're talking about, Adam Rose has been released by the WWE. He has been a figure of controversy within the past, I'd say, month and a half. But the reason why we're talking about this isn't necessarily because he was released. We kind of all saw it coming after everything that happened. But the reason why we want to talk about it is that WWE, according to their press release that they have announced, and it goes by this, right? Genuine quote, word for word quote here.
Right.
WWE has granted Adam Rose's request to be released as of today, May 23rd, 2016. WWE wishes Rose the best in all his future endeavours. Unlike even with Cody Rhodes, who requested for his release, WWE came out with a statement just saying that he has been released. With Adam Rose, they're saying that they have granted his request.
WWE are just covering their asses because,
Yes.
because, you know, if you are releasing someone who has a history of, you know, violence, and domestic violence more specifically, and, you know, worried that he might do something stupid, you kind of don't want to get the blame for making him unemployed. And just say, he did it! He wanted to be unemployed! And that's, you know what I mean? That's basically what they're doing. They're covering their asses, and I don't fucking blame them, to be honest.
No, basically, let's kind of just quickly try and bring everything together in this big old little package story.
Right.
So, as we all know, in about April, not long after WrestleMania, only a few days, maybe a week or so, it came out that both Adam Rose and Victor of the Ascension had been suspended for 60 days for violating their drug policy. Fair enough. Everyone thought, you know, you violate it, you're getting punished. Fair enough. Victor, we've not heard anything from. He's taken it like a man. He's just kind of stayed away from everything. He hasn't been like Ryback. He hasn't been like Adam Rose. And sticking with Adam Rose, he went pretty much not ape shit, but he went onto Twitter and Facebook, and he was saying that it's unfair, that he had prescription, that WWE is ignoring him, this, that, and then he deletes tweets, and then he reposts the tweets, and it all gets a bit confusing, and then suddenly we hear that he's hit his wife, and that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that kind of fucking came in left field, what the fuck?
He hits his wife, and he's been arrested, and then he goes to court. He's charged with, obviously, battery, but also tampering with a witness before the police arrive. So God knows what happened there. I don't know. Maybe he said, don't say that I hit you. I don't know what happened there. Either way, he got off, I think, or something, but they were trying to charge him with those things. And now WWE said that they've granted his request. And the reason why this doesn't line up, and why me and Andy, of course, and I think most of the world believes that this is clearly just a PR move on WWE's part to try and cover their own tracks, is Adam Rose's life kind of started to spiral out of control after WWE suspended him. And WWE suspended him for apparently a drug that they knew that he was taking for whatever reason, a health reason, prescription, whatever. He said that he had a chance to do it. And what doesn't make sense is why he would fight so hard the suspension and then ask to be let go.
Here's the thing. Adam Rose, to get the help that this court said that he needs to go see a pastor, not like a pasta, which is like literally a shell that you put with other shells in boiling water, and it's an Italian dish, like a religious type person. The type
He's
of thing
Christian. He is Christian.
Yeah, so the court was like, go see him every so often and he'll help you. I don't know if this guy was like, hey, stop with the wrestling for a while because it's obviously fucking with your head. Get your release and get the fuck out. But from a man that goes around beating his wife and then goes, no, don't tell the police. Calm down, don't tell the police. Like, I don't...
We're just saying we're speculating that. We don't actually know that that's what happened.
Right, fine. Allegedly! There we go, done. Right, fucking hell. Put it in big letters on the screen. Allegedly! Right? The thing is that if that's the kind of guy, allegedly, that does that, I would imagine that's the kind of guy that would just suddenly be like, fuck it, I want my release. Oh shit, that wasn't a good idea. Like,
So
that
wait,
I would
hang
have...
on. No, we were just saying, just before we started recording this, that we think this is a PR move by WWE. Now you're saying that you think this is legit and that he did ask for his release.
The reason why I say that WWE are covering their asses is that Adam Rose probably did ask for his release, and WWE are not doing like the typical statement where it's like, he's been released! Like Cody Rhodes, like you said earlier, they made the point that they didn't release him or fire his ass. He asked for this. He resigned. He's gone. Like, that's my point. I'm not saying that WWE are like lying or anything.
Okay, no, I see that, because it's, that could be it, and I think, yeah, I can see what you mean, like, they didn't want to say that they fired him, or worded it that they fired him, because obviously with his suspension, that looks bad. With his arrest, don't forget, he hasn't actually been found guilty of that, of it. As far as we're aware, he's, like, I'm not 100% sure, but he hasn't been found guilty of it, as of this moment, as of this recording. So they can't fire him over something that, the whole American justice system is innocent till proven guilty, and he hasn't been proven guilty yet. Even his wife said, let him go. So, according to the justice system, right at this very moment, he's innocent. So WWE can't say they're firing him for it. But, with that in mind, why now? This has been a spiraling story for a month and a half. Why only now? If WWE has let him go, one, why has he only requested to be let go now? Or two/B, whatever, I don't know words, I English good. Why have they just let him go now?
I mean, I think it's something to do with the religious type person that went, right, just kick this thing to the curb.
Allegedly.
Oh, it's a fact. It's something that's happened. Shut up. Brian Alvarez on the Observer said it, alright? So, blame him.
Great.
So, I mean, it's stupid. This whole thing is a mess. I mean, if I was Adam Rose, I'd just be like, this WWE thing is obviously fucking up my life. I would be like, no more.
But no, there's no accounts that his life was fucked before this. I thought
there was something like he was saying that he had a troubled past or something.
Yes, he's had a troubled past, but whilst he's been with the company all the way through since his debut in NXT to only about 6 weeks ago, the only issue he ever had was a wellness issue. And that was when he was in NXT, I believe, as Leo Kruger, so that was a couple of years ago. I know he apparently has a child with special needs, and that obviously it must be stressful for his wife, and I'm not going to go too much into their home life. I don't live with them, that'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, that would be a bit odd. How do you know all this, Liam?
But, there's been no indication that things, but, I don't know, like, we don't know the guy. Maybe there's been indications close up, but as far as we're aware, this is just, his life has spiraled out of control since his second, suspension. And we can follow that publicly through his tweets and the way he has acted out. And that's all we know.
And that's the thing, like, judging from the way he's acted and stuff like that, he seems to be not quite there. And he could have gone, fuck it, I want my release. I don't know. It's weird.
Regardless, I don't think any of us are surprised that this has happened. We were all predicting it to happen.
I mean, I personally hope that he gets help, but fucking did do.
But quickly before we finish off, where do we think what's going to happen with the Social Outcasts? Obviously, they're now a member down. Heath Slater, what is it with you? I like you. You're a funny guy, but by God, can you kill the careers of your tag team partners? Watch out, Bo and Curtis. That's all I can say.
They're a three-man band.
I'm serious. Look at three-man band. Look at Titus O'Neil. Now look at the Social Outcast.
He's a jinx. He's like a ginger jinx.
I'm sorry, but
I'm just a jinx.
He really
just jinx.
Right. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Suplah, which will be coming to you in just a few short days. There's no outro here.
Oh.